The pursuit of an MLS, a Major League Soccer team, continues to be front and center here in the Valley. You drive by the 101-202, you see this little stadium off to the side, right by Tempe Marketplace. What's it all about? Didier Drogba, a worldwide name, a big-time brand, decides to come here to Phoenix to finish out his career. He's part of the ownership group. What about the stadium? Maybe partnering with another team. If I'm throwing out a lot of questions at you, it's because there are many around Phoenix Rising FC. I sat down with Drogba and one of the owners to get an update on Drogba's status in the future and much more.
I'm very, very happy with the first year here. And what I found here with the fans, with the city, and with my teammates is exactly what I expected, even more than what I expected in terms of connections, you know, with the fans, with the people from the city, and of course with the players.
What do you like most about Phoenix?
Of course, everybody will say the weather. I like the weather, and I like the fact that there's a population here who's waiting for something special here, you know, to have a football team. You can see when they come to the games, when you meet them in the street, they talk about football, and this is great. This is important to me, and it makes me feel that I really made the right decision to come here.
Was it a tough decision to come here?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't because I've done, I mean, the best of my playing career is behind me, and I needed to find a place where I could try to give some of my experience to people, and also a place who wants to achieve the dream, and I like this kind of challenges, you know, and this is what really drives me, you know, this kind of challenge where people say, no, it's not possible, and you come here and you see this stadium, you see the fans, you see what we did last season, where we started really in a difficult position, and then we finished with the playoff spot. So I'm really into that kind of challenges.
Didier, you said earlier that your best is behind you. What can't you do anymore when you're out on there? And it's, what's going on here? Why can't I do this?
Okay, when I say that, I mean, I cannot run like when I was 25. But I can still score goals.
Yes, you can.
This is something that will never leave me. You know, this is what I've been doing even before becoming a professional. In the streets with my friends, I was scoring goals, and during my career, I scored goals. But obviously, a professional career, playing at high level. Even if today I decided to work really hard and play in one of the best leagues in Europe, I could. But I think it's about time for me to do something else, to think about the after football, and this is also the reason why I'm here, because this is my future. This is my after football. This is my club, and this is where I want to be, because I know that Phoenix will be one of the biggest teams in the MLS. So I want to be here, and that's why I'm here.
You talked a little bit about maybe it's time, or you know it's time to go on to the next step. Are you feeling that urge that this year is it?
I decided. It's not my physique who doesn't want to carry on, because I can play, I think, 2 more years. I can easily. But I want to take care of the next step. The next step is important to me, and
ownership.
Yeah,
MLS coming here.
MLS
Those
coming
next
in.
steps.
I want to be more involved in the board meetings, and I want to bring my experience more, and also I've got some other things to take care of. But I think I can continue next year and the year after. I will still score goals, but for me, what else? You know, like the goals I'm scoring now are the same goals I've been scoring in Chelsea. So 10, 15, 20 years of professionalism, I think it's a good career. So.
You're a worldwide brand. You're a worldwide name. When you first came here to Phoenix, I had people from around the country and around the world that said, you met Drogba. When you're here in Phoenix, it's not the most savvy soccer market yet. I've been here 25 years. Is it odd for you to go in anonymity? Because if you're in certain parts of the world, there's no way that you can walk down the street without being recognized and mobbed, right?
Let me tell you, this is what I also appreciate here. People know about football, and they see you, they recognize you, but they're not going to mob you. Doesn't mean that they don't have the passion for the game.
Correct.
They have the passion for the game. So for me to experience this is kind of living in England, you know, with a better weather. Of course, in London there's 7 or 8 teams in the Premier League, or 7 teams at the time, but so you have more chances to meet fans from different teams or for the clubs. Here is different. There's only us, and it's up to us to make people know this game, and I think we're doing quite well. And to be honest, I love my life like this. I've always been someone who likes, who wants to be able to walk in the street and do some activities with his kids. And here I can do that, so I'm really happy.
I'll let you go. If you were to look ahead to December, what's your gut tell you about the MLS coming here? Wherever I go, I get asked that question. Brad, what do you think is going to happen? I don't know. I've been wanting soccer to come here for 20 years, and I feel like this is the best chance. Face like yourself, a group of owners that are committed to staying in the moment. What does your gut tell you about getting MLS this December?
Well, I believe in facts, you know, more than my guts. I really believe in facts. And look what we achieved in 52 days, build a stadium. You know, in 1 year, we built a team, which is what you need for MLS. You need a team, a competitive team. We proved that we're competitive. We played against MLS teams in preseason. They beat us, and we only had 1 week of preseason, and we're competing. You know, this is, for me, some signals that you need to notice. And this year we're going to be even better. We have a great coach. Last year we were unbeaten for I don't know for how many games. And look at the population here, young. It's really young, and all these kids, they play football. I drive around and I see soccer field everywhere. People are playing, and the community here, the diversity of the community, like this, every community is here, and this is a place where I still don't understand why there's not an MLS team.
The ownership group of Rising FC is comprised of several Valley businessmen, all of them playing a key role in positioning the franchise for the December announcement of MLS and if Phoenix is going to be admitted. Mark Detmer is in the industrial real estate market for JLL. Selling buildings and raising equity is his business by day. With over a half-dozen business partners in Phoenix Rising FC, how they managed to stay in their own lanes in the pursuit of bringing Major League Soccer to the Valley.
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
How have you all stayed in the same lane is the question I get. And you've done it.
It's a question we get,
Yeah.
and it's a fair question. And I'll tell you, when you're all united around solutions and not problems, you row in the same direction. And so I would tell you that the strength of our pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is our pack. we run together, and we all have been united in building the stadium in 50+ days, and meeting with MLS in New York and submitting our application and working towards a stadium solution that mitigates the heat so players are safe, fans are comfortable, in the end proving that this market, that this Phoenix market can support soccer. And when I graduated from Arizona State University, the number one question I had from my parents was, well, what are you going to do now? Right? Where's your job? Where's your career going to take you? And what we want to do through soccer is attract those companies to this market, to Phoenix. And to do that, we think it's a global sport, will attract global companies. So when you graduate from Arizona State University or Grand Canyon or NAU or U of A, there'll be jobs here. There'll be good jobs here. And so we figured that for us, this is a big part of building that in the community.
Phoenix is in a sports building arms race. Could it be that Rising FC looks at the current landscape of Valley sports facilities and perhaps partners with a current team?
How do you compete? Do you look at them and say, maybe we partner up? There's been a lot of discussion about that. What can you say on that front?
I would tell you that at this point today, Brad, we're looking at all of our options. You know, without going too far, the first steps for us was finding a heat mitigated solution, because we're soccer purists. We want to play on natural grass. And to do that, we've looked at Chase Field that has a roof that retracts. We've looked at Cardinal Stadium that has a grass that goes outside, and we've looked at how do we come up with heat mitigated solutions where we don't have to do either, but we still play on natural grass. And so we've worked with Populous and Gould Evans, a couple engineering and architecture firms, to solve for the heat, because we'll play through the summer. And to do that, you got to create shade, you got to create passive cooling system and active cooling systems. But at this point right now, we're looking to do a soccer specific stadium.